began like another day. Daniel, a younger architect, were called in for a remaining minute inspection at a century-antique workplace constructing in downtown Chicago. The constructing was being revamped, and Daniel's venture was simple: check the blueprints in opposition to the modern structure. He stepped into the elevator on my own, scanning the acquainted numbers, 1 to 15. However then, just below the 15 button, he observed something extraordinary. A small C587369, a 5050, EDAE 10, 2076547, D1405, a brass keyhole, and beside it, a faintly etched letter, X. Daniel blinked. Ground, X. That wasn't within the blueprints. Curious, he tried urgent around the keyhole, but not anything, worn out, tired. The elevator stopped at the 12th floor, wherein no one entered, and then surprisingly, it jolted and kept going, beyond 15. The panel lit up. X. The doorways opened. What lay past wasn't another office ground. It changed into dimly lit, silent, and included in purple carpet, stained with something dark. Dirt floated via the air. A door it were undisturbed for years. There had been no windows, simply one long hallway, with flickering lights, and antique snapshots lining the walls. Daniel stepped tired, heart racing. The air smelled metallic. He walked beyond the photos. Each one looked too acquainted. He stopped bloodless. Considered one of them, became him. No longer like a lookalike. Him. Equal fit. Equal scar on his chin. But older. Worn, tired. Defeated. Zrenia, the elevator door slammed close at the back of him. Panicking, he rushed again. Pressed the button. No response. He turned round, and now the hallway stretched with no end in sight. Tired. No end in sight. No doors. Only images. Dozens now. All of him. Each one extra elderly. Greater broken. Extra useless. After which, a voice. It came from nowhere and everywhere. Welcome to what you can end up. The ground shook. Daniel fell to his knees. The walls started, worn, tired, to bleed red, the pics melting into shadows. The hallway screamed. The elevator reappeared, without a sound. Daniel didn't query it. He ran. He pressed one. And simply before the doorways closed, he regarded back. The hallway was long gone. The elevator descended, silent. When it opened, the lobby became just as he left it. Humans walked by, using unaware. He told no one, but he quit his job day after today. He never rode an elevator again, and from time to time late at night, he hears a chime, and the ding of a floor that doesn't exist. X. Daniel had walked away from that building, however ground X didn't stroll far away from him. Weeks succeeded. The nightmares commenced. Every night he dreamt of the identical hallway, equal flickering lighting fixtures, equal melting portraits. Besides now, they had been watching him. Eyes that followed. Smiles that widened the longer he appeared. He attempted remedy, meditation. Even burned sage on advice from a stranger online. Not anything labored. One rainy night, his smartphone vibrated. Unknown quantity. He opened the message. It changed into an image of his face, older, tired, from one of the photographs on Ground X. No text, no sender, just the picture. He deleted it immediately. Threw the telephone throughout the room, but it rang again, equal wide variety. Shaking, he picked it up. A whisper. You came up, now you must pass backpedal. He tossed the phone, packed a bag, and drove returned to the constructing. It became after night time. The foyer changed into closed, but the aspect entrance was open. He didn't even query why. The elevator was ready, its doorways already open. Inside, the panel became exclusive this time. No buttons. Simply the sparkling letter, X. He stepped in. The doorways shut silently. This time, the descent became gradual and endless. Minutes surpassed. Perhaps hours. There was no experience of motion, only the feeling of falling into himself. When the doors subsequently opened, He turned into lower back on floor 10, but now it looked lived in, acquainted. A small table within the center held a mirror. Daniel approached and noticed his reflection, but at the back of him stood a parent. He grew to become around. Not anything. Appeared returned. The figure became nearer. It was him, however, no longer pretty. Paler, whole-eyed, lips stitched shut. The mirrored image reached out. So did Daniel, hypnotized. Their hands touched the glass, and in that second, the mirror rippled like water. Daniel's hand exceeded through. So did his arm. And earlier than he could pull back, the mirrored image yanked him internal, screaming. Silence. Now best the mirrored image remained respiration. It stepped far from the replicate, seemed around, smiled. It pressed the elevator button, and left.